Hi there, I just want to do a little video and I want to talk about healing. I spoke about this the other day and I want to speak about it again. I'll continue to speak about it. Everything that I've learned from this path, because all spiritual awakening really is it basically just took me away from thinking I'm a person, or I'm Sean, and I'm a person with no power. And it took me from that into perceiving and understanding that the real self is the infinite all, the infinity of all existence. And see, the future is not female, the future is not male, but the future is understanding what we really are, instead of these labels, because we are not our labels that they give us. The real self, like I say, it's an infinite power. It's an all life comes from an infinite source, what they call God. But this God is an infinite consciousness, and that's what the true self is. Just infinity of awareness, love awareness, and you're all of it. That's it, I am all the crystals, me, and I am all the crystals. I'm the infinity of all. And that's the real self. And so that's what the future is. And this leads me to, excuse me, explaining that how you see yourself determines everything. For example, the 5G targets the human frequency, the low dimensional human frequency. But what the human frequency comes from, because you're not human, you're a being that you're an infinite power going through an experience. But the system is all about trying to program you that you are a human with no power. And this way of thinking puts you in a certain frequency, and that's how the 5G gets to you. You become infinitely beyond all this stuff once you start seeing yourself as infinitely beyond everything. Everything is how you see things and how you see yourself. Self-identity determines everything, and what this ultimately does is it reprograms your mind and your subconscious, because everything comes from your subconscious. Your whole experiences come from your subconscious mind, and that determines how you see reality. For example, when someone speaks, they're speaking on the reflection of how they feel subconsciously about themselves. So watch people when they're talking, and you'll see this. You'll see that they are just talking about themselves. When someone tries to tell you a fact, they're just actually trying to confirm something to themselves subconsciously. Everything's subconscious. When you get someone that's very forceful on you, that's because they feel weak within themselves subconsciously. So what awakening really done for me was, what it really is just alignment with the subconscious. And that's the thing you've got to reprogram, you see. Because that's been programmed by a system. It's programmed as soon as you're born. Your parents are programmed, and the school system and education system is all geared towards getting you thinking in a certain way. Perception controls everything. So the awakening is about letting people understand that this is all lies, that they're not this false self that the system wants you to identify with. That you are everything. I am you, you are me, we are one infinity together. And there's always infinite duality going on, but it's this infinite duality. It's almost like an infinite relationship that is infinite life. That's how life is infinite. And I get shown this all the time. And like I say, this power that I'm accessing is within everyone. Love oneness is how you access what I'm accessing. You've got to see authentically all as you. So every time you feel negative, you've got to see it as you. You've got to, every time you feel negative, you've got to understand that's a subconscious trauma within you, and then just feel it and expose yourself to it, and then things will start to heal themselves, and you'll start to understand things, and you'll start to be clear on things, and that's when you're healing past things, and that's the road to healing and the road to ascension. But yeah, it's very important that I speak about this. I like to share, what I'm going through with this awakening. on these videos. I don't do it for likes, I don't do it for people liking me. I do it because, you know, I was pretty much on my own with this path. You know, no one knew what I was going through, even family members, no one knew what I was going through because they hadn't went through it themselves. They hadn't had a spiritual awakening. So, you know, I was on my own, so I do these videos to try and help anyone out there who's possibly going through this, because the world is going through it as a whole, you see. We're all going through this awakening as a whole, just in different ways. And like I say, it's all within you. But anyway, I just think I'm going to end it there. I just wanted to do a little talk on healing, really. And yeah, it's how you see things that determines everything. That's what they don't want you to know. You know, so how you see yourself, you know, how you label yourself. You know, don't label yourself, because you're infinitely beyond all labels. You are the infinity of all. You know, that's the way it is. I picked up an organite kind of crystal pyramid thing the other day, and I said, I am this. Because that's what I am. I am everything, and everything is me. It's this infinite duality of how I can experience other objects of which are actually from the source, that is me, and vice versa, because the dual is one, you see. But anyway, I'm just going to end it there. If you're watching, you're meant to watch it. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.